Man, I want to talk about this Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Errol Spence said at his one of his final, interviews before his Ocampos fight, that he will beat up Terrence Crawford. Now, it's good for fighters, and you have to have confidence. You have to have supreme confidence to be in any competitive field. Whether it's business, whether it's any sports, basketball, football, tennis, and it's great to have a great confidence in yourself in anything you do in life. And my thing is this: I'm hearing a lot of YouTubers that like that like Earl Spence, and before the Jeff Horn fight, before Terrence Crawford came up to 147 pounds, all those guys were saying the reason why Earl Spence is going to beat Terrence Crawford. They know Terrence Crawford is good. There's no denying that they see the skill, and they see that Terrence Crawford is a really, really intelligent fighter and can do a lot of things in the ring. Their thing was they don't think Terrence Crawford can handle Earl Spence's size at 147. And when Terrence Crawford fought Jeff Horn, he showed that when Jeff Horn tried to get physical in the clinches, when Jeff Horn tried to get physical, period, it was Terrence Crawford that was a more physical guy that was pushing Jeff Horn around the ring. And now the sentiment is we don't know if Terrence Crawford, well, they think now that Earl Spence is more technically sound, quote unquote technically sound. You see how it changed? Because they seen that Terrence Crawford can handle the size, and he's a full-fledged welterweight. Terrence Crawford has always been a welterweight that was melting himself down, fighting at 135 and 140. Bomac even told you that, but I knew that though. I knew that he was draining himself down, that he could make 147, because he has the dimensions to be a 147-pound fighter. He has the long limbs that if he put on weight, it's not going to hurt him. And he's not going to look bloated and fat in the ring. He's going to be naturally what he should be, and that's 147. And the more fights that he have at 147 before he fight the top dogs is going to be even worse for them, because his body going to fill out even more. Now, Earl Spence came out and said that, he wants to fight all his in-house fighters first. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, grab all those belts before he fight Terrence Crawford. Now, that wasn't his tone before Terrence Crawford got the belt. When Terrence Crawford said he wanted to fight Errol Spence said, go get that belt from Jeff Horn, then we can talk. He went to go get the belt from Jeff Horn in dramatic fashion, in a great performance, in a dominating performance. Where I didn't think Jeff Horn won a round. You could maybe give Jeff Horn the first round, but I don't think he won that round. And now, Errol Spence is saying, I want to fight all the in-house fighters first. So what he said that fight is at least two fights away from happening. And that'll be two more fights that Terrence Crawford can grow into welterweight and be very, very strong, which he's already strong. He's a strong, skinny guy. That's how I used to be when I was younger. I was skinny, but I was strong. I used to body slam bigger guys that was heavier than me all the time, and I was skinny. I was little. It's called having that, that skinny strength. And what's happening now is guys are saying things mythical that Errol Spence does not have done in the ring. Like, I know Errol Spence can show more than he showed. I don't know that, because I only can go by what you have shown me. What Errol Spence have shown me so far is he's a great fighter when you up against the ropes. That's what he do most of his work. Yes, he has a decent jab. His hand speed is not all of that, but he got pretty good timing. He goes to the body very well. He chops a man down. Now, he doesn't have one punch. See, everybody that like Errol Spence are talking like he got this one punch knockout power. He's not Felix Trinidad. Felix Trinidad can change a fight off of one punch. Errol Spence is a chop you down fighter. And by him being a chop you down fighter, okay, Terrence Crawford will be able to do what he wants to do in the time that he has to do it, because all he has to do is stay off the ropes, keep the fight in the center of the ring, and when he feel his back going up against the ropes, he just tie Errol Spence up, and the referee will move the fight back into the center of the ring, and then he doesn't even have to tie Errol Spence up all the time. All he has to do is turn him. And we all know Terrence Crawford is capable of this. And now I hear a YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name, but okay, I'm going to say his name, Fanine. He's a pretty good, he has a pretty good channel, man. Go check out the man's channel. I like his channel. And he stated this is his opinion. And yeah, we all have our own opinions. But he's the one that said he think Errol Spence can show more, that he has more than he's shown. But see, I can't go off of what I think you can do. I only can go off of what you have done. And Errol Spence has had enough fights to show me what he can do. And I think all majorly what he can do, now maybe he can throw a wrinkle here and there, but all majorly what he can do, he has done and shown it in the ring. All up until this point, what Terrence Crawford has done in the ring, he has shown it. He's shown his versatility. See, Terrence Crawford got so many ways to win the fight. And now Fanine said that the one thing that's going to hurt Terrence Crawford is he come in there and he wants to trade with you and get in a training and slug with you. When have you seen Terrence Crawford really slug with anybody for a long period of time? Now, he have rounds to where he wants to walk forward and show his, that he's the boss in the ring. Yes, he does that. But he also shown that he can go southpaw. He can go orthodox. He can box around you like he did Victor Postal. Like he boxed him the whole fight, and everybody said he ran. He can also do that. He can also switch back and forth, or he can also fight southpaw for most of the fight like he did against Gamboa. Now, Gamboa was touching him up. Gamboa is a very quick, little, fast-footed guy and a very, 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 very accomplished amateur and has a lot of experience. More experience. He had more experience up until that point than Terrence Crawford and then Errol Spence, too, and more winning on the amateur level than both of them guys. So, Gamboa also, he was small, but he can fight though. He was technically sound. But we seen how that fight ended. But like I said, Terrence Crawford shows versatility in the ring, and this is what is scaring these guys that like Errol Spence, because they seen that Terrence Crawford is strong enough, and that was their biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that they hold on to. That Terrence Crawford is not strong enough to face Errol Spence, and he's clearly strong enough. Now it comes to who's the more skilled, who's the most technical fighter. And we all know by far Terrence Crawford is the most skilled and the most technical fighter between these guys, hands down. We know it. We know it from the film. We know it from looking at the film. And Terrence Crawford's biggest win is Jeff Horn. As far as, a guy that's bigger than him that he had to move up in weight. Because anytime you move up in weight, it's challenging. And he showed that he could beat Jeff Horn. Not only beat him, he tore him apart. And Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, Errol Spence's biggest win is that he has had so far in his career is when he went to the UK and he won his world title, his IBF title. So, off of Kell Brook. And Kell Brook's biggest win was Sean Porter, who a lot of people think Sean Porter won the fight. I think Kell Brook won the fight. But there's some people that thought Sean Porter won that fight. So don't act like Kell Brook was a monster killer, because I have heard people talk about his resume and who he fought over there in the UK. Fighting JoJo Dance and all those guys. I heard people say that those fighters were not that good. So don't give me right now, just because Errol Spence have won the fight, that all of a sudden Kell Brook has a great resume, because we know he doesn't. We know Kell Brook has some pretty good performances, but he has no great resume. Just like Jeff Horn has no great resume, but he happened to be a legend in Manny Pacquiao. And Jeff Horn, between those two fighters, has the bigger win. And Manny Pacquiao was not coming off a loss when he fought Jeff Horn. He's coming off his fight versus Timothy Bradley that he won, and he beat Jesse Vargas for the belt. So he was not a washed-up fighter just hanging on. Jeff Horn beat a pretty good Manny Pacquiao. Now, he didn't beat a prime Pacquiao, but he beat a pretty good Pacquiao. We all know that. But like I said, it was the size. Now people are saying that Errol Spence is mythically more technical than Bud Crawford. No, he's not, man. We've seen it in the ring. And you can't tell me that Errol Spence has more than he's shown. No. You have to go off of what he has shown. Until he show you more than what he has been doing to be successful, then that's when you can say, well, see, he can do this now. I know he can do this now. That will help him in the Terrence Crawford fight. Until then, you can't tell me what you think You can't tell me you think he has more. I know Terrence Crawford has way more ways to win the fight. He has a plan A, B, C. Errol Spence, although it's a great A plan, that's all he has is plan A. Because I seen it in the Kell Brook fight. And everybody's saying, well, he made adjustments. No, he didn't make an adjustment. All he did was he kept fighting the same way he was fighting, and he eventually broke Kell Brook. Because he was down in that fight, let's be honest. And I know people that really like Errol Spence, and they admitted that Errol Spence was down in the fight. And it had nothing to do with Kell Brook's physicality, because Kell Brook is not a physical fighter. It had everything to do with Kell Brook was outskilling Errol Spence in the center of the ring until Errol Spence broke him down. And that's what happened. But Errol Spence will not break Terrence Crawford down. Terrence Crawford has for one, Terrence Crawford's feet is way better than Kell Brook's. For two, Terrence Crawford is way more elusive than Kell Brook. Kell Brook is more stationary. He does turn you, but Kell Brook is a more stationary fighter. And when they fight, which I think is about the way Errol Spence is talking, this fight is about a year and a half away, maybe 2 years away. It could be 2 years away. And I know a lot of people are going to be calling for the fight, but in order for the fight to be less than that, Errol Spence will have to say, well, I want Terrence Crawford next. Instead of Danny Garcia and waiting on Danny Garcia, Sean Porter fight, let me and Terrence Crawford fight next. Because he did say Terrence Crawford go get that fight from Jeff Horn and then come talk to me. Well, he did that. He did that. Now you saying you want to fight all in-house fighters first. So, man, it is what it is. Like I said, Terrence Crawford is the more skilled and technical fighter by far. It's not even close, man. It's not even close. And Errol Spence is not this crazy hard puncher that everybody said. He's a break you down fighter. He's like a Chavez. He's like a break you down fighter. He's not the welterweight that Tito Trinidad was. Tito Trinidad could change a fight off of one punch. He hit you with that hook. He hit you with that right hand. He hit you with that body shot. He can change the fight off of one punch. That's how powerful Trinidad was at 147. Errol Spence is not that powerful like that at 147. He's a grind you down fighter. And as much as he hit you to the body, I never seen Errol Spence hit somebody to the body one body shot and they went down. I seen him grind people to the body and they went down. I seen Terrence Crawford hit somebody to the body and they went down one punch. So, like I said, man, let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.